Hey there everyone, it's Anthony back with another video here on Coaster Pursuit. Hi! Oh my goodness, I can't believe we're here. This is the first stop on my kind of fall park tour, and we are here at Kentucky Kingdom, just outside of, or I guess right in Louisville, Kentucky. My very first time at this park, and I'm super duper excited. They are doing their Pumpkins Fall Festival right now, so we're gonna check that out. We're about 20 minutes outside of park open. It's an evening open on a Friday. They're open from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m., so I've only got a few hours here, but we've just got 5 credits to try to hit up at the park, so I think we can kind of speed run this. We've got a fair line here. Not too crazy, not nearly as crazy as I was expecting, so I want to get in that. But yeah, I'm not quite sure as to what route I'm gonna hit for this park as far as which coasters will be first or second, you know, so on and so forth. But I definitely want to get on Windchaser, so I might start there and kind of see where the evening takes me. But yeah, I landed in Nashville this afternoon, got a chance to visit Mammoth Cave National Park, which was a lot of fun. Very beautiful, did a short hike around there, and now we're here at Kentucky Kingdom. So let's get inside and see what all this park has to offer, especially during their fall kind of pumpkin festival. Let's go. Alright, park is officially open, and they've got tons of like pumpkins lining up. I read that there's like over 1,000 pumpkins on display, which is really cool. And it looks like they're also doing some kind of trick-or-treat thing. I see a lot of kids with little trick-or-treat bags and whatnot, so that's also really cool. I'm gonna make my way over to Holly Hawk and Roll. It's the family junior coaster. I want to get that credit knocked out, save myself the embarrassment. And make that my first ride. So we're headed over there right now, coming around kind of counterclockwise through the park. Got a 5D cinema, some flat rides, really cool. It's rather quiet, but I'm sure it'll fill out as the evening progresses. It's a Friday night, and yeah, just a lot of really cool like little pumpkin displays and whatnot. So very nice, very nice. Liking it so far. Alright, just got done with Holly Hawk and Roll, a Vekoma Junior Coaster. I've got my little notes here. Vekoma Junior Coaster from 1994, and that was fun. It's a short little family coaster, not too bad. Good way to start off the day, I suppose. And that is now my 77th credit. I'm starting this trip with 76 credits. That's number 77. So we'll see if we can hit 81 by the end of our trip here to Kentucky Kingdom. That would be if all 5 coasters are operating, but we've got one down. So very quick ride. You can take a look at it. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. It's a cute little family ride. Very fast. It's over quickly, but very smooth. Tons of fun. All right, well, let's keep moving throughout the park. I'll see what we're gonna hit up next. Let's go. So you actually have to cross the street to make it over to the Discovery Meadow area, and I know this is a recently revamped area. I'm not sure if it was for 2024 or 2025, but some rides were relocated, moved around to kind of make this new land, quote-unquote land. It's very well themed, very well themed. I love the alocasias. It just looks very good. So yeah, let's keep moving through the park. So yeah, it looks like the water park takes up a good portion of the park, and it looks like kind of the park and the water park are somewhat weaved, intertwined. I see a lot of slides over on that side, but we're making our way straight back to the end of the park with hopes to hop on Windchaser, which was recently renamed from Storm Chaser to kind of match this Discovery Meadow area. I really like that they've got like cornhole and just various seating out. very, very welcoming feel back here for sure. But let's go ahead and get on Windchaser.
We want to thank you for coming out to visit us today. Here at Kentucky Kingdom, we're all about creating memories.
Phones, keys, and wallets must be secure at this time. Because if you lose those on this ride, that would be very unfortunate. And we may or may not be able to find them at the end of the night, so please make sure that...
All right, first ride on Windchaser, aka Storm Chaser. Absolutely fantastic RMC. A little bit shorter than some others, but it's the third kind of hybrid style RMC that I've been on. I've done Jersey Devil, but as far as the three that I have been on, it's number 3. The other 2 that I've been on are Steel Vengeance and Wildcat's Revenge at Hershey Park. So this is definitely number 3 out of the bunch just because of the length and some of the elements, but the airtime on this thing is awesome. I know it's going to be my favorite ride in the park, absolutely. There is no line, everything's a walk-on, so I'm going to try to get back on the back row. I did front row. The views are great. Seeing those elements face first in the front row, seeing all those elements come up is so much fun. I love it. I love the open feeling of the trains. RMC is just, I think it might be my favorite manufacturer, but I haven't ridden very many coasters, so I'm not sure, but I love this thing. I'm gonna get on, do the back row, see what that airtime feels like in the back, and then I'll be back with you to talk some more about it. Let's go. So, 2 laps on Windchaser here. Did the front left and then the back right, front row, back row. Back row, way more fun. I love the airtime. In the back, you get really pulled over those drops and over those hills, so you just get a lot more duration of airtime. That first kind of turnaround as you come off the top of the lift and you kind of do that like flip down. I don't know what the element is called, but that kind of under flip down. Fantastic. And then these airtime hills all along here, just so good, so good. The inversion's really, really nice on this. Feels very smooth, but I'm a bad judge for smoothness because my experience in my home park is Elitch Gardens, so everything feels like butter compared to Mind Eraser. So it's beautiful. I love this ride. I want to keep lapping it because there is no line, but we got to hit the other rides in the park. But I have a feeling I'm going to be spending my night lapping Windchaser once I'm done with my other 3 credits that I have left to do. So let's keep moving, but so far, absolutely number 1 in the park for sure. Love it, love it. Let's keep going. More seating areas, fantastic. Oh my gosh. I'm loving this park so far. Maybe it's mostly because it's quiet, but I love it. All right, everyone, just got off of my first ride on Wilderness Run, and it's actually pretty nice. I mean, again, I'm comparing this to Twister 3 Storm Chaser at Elitch Gardens, but that's kind of my point of comparison. Way smoother than that. I will say there's a little bit of jackhammering, kind of vertical jackhammering, and then a couple of the churns jostle you around a little bit, but otherwise pretty fun. There are a few moments of some fair, kind of mildly floater airtime, but then there's other times where there's airtime hills where I feel like they don't really do much, so it's kind of a mixed bag, but I don't mind it. I don't mind it. It's quite nice. So it's a fun little ride, fun little coaster for sure, but we're gonna keep moving on through the park. Let's go. All right, second lap on Wilderness Run. I decided to snag a back row ride just to see how those forces were different, and my, are they different. Quite a bit more forceful in terms of airtime and getting pulled over the hills in the back, which I should have expected, and the train that I rode this time around was pretty much full, so definitely a different vibe, a little bit more forceful, which I appreciate. There's still that kind of last airtime hill that they kind of sneak in before the final helix, bringing you back around, and yeah, it just doesn't feel like it. I feel it come up, but then it really doesn't do much, and I feel like it was supposed to do something. So interesting, but very nice ride, very nice ride. I quite enjoy it. Not sure how it falls as far as popularity overall, but I quite liked it. But yeah, we're gonna get a couple shots of this, and it seems like my last two credits, another Woody and the Chance GTX, I think, I'm trying to memorize this stuff, is at the front of the park. So we're gonna cross back over outside of this area, back across the street to the front of the park, and then we'll see where we end up. I'm probably gonna need to stop and get some water and some food at some point as well, but so far we are at 3 for 3, so 2 more, and I've been seeing them run, I think, both of them, so we'll see how it goes. Let's grab some more shots of Wilderness Run, and we're gonna head to the front of the park. Let's go. I kind of love how integrated the Hurricane Bay or the water park is with the dry park. We've got these kind of grand staircase that leads out into the main area in the wave pool. Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't have a ton of experience with how well water parks are integrated with the dry park, but this seems like it's well blended. It's a very grand open entrance. It feels like it's not like tucked away and you have to like find it. It's very well blended. It's quite nice, and it seems pretty big too. I'm seeing slides all the way back there, so maybe someday I'll be here in the summer to experience it, but quite nice. Alright, so continuing that kind of counterclockwise rotation through Kentucky Kingdom, another really cool display. And we've got a little sign up here that says, "Get ready to test your wings." Something news coming for 2026. And from what I understand, it might be a Vekoma family SLC. We shall see, but rumor has it they have been receiving parts from Vekoma in recent weeks. So let's get on Lightning. Alright, first ride on Lightning Run, Chance Hybrid GTX, and I've heard good things about this coaster, but it is very good. It's not the tallest, it's not the fastest, no inversions on it, but oh my gosh, I sat in second to last row. I'm gonna try to get the last row. Really flings you over those hills. There's this moment after it kind of does some of its first taller elements where it dips down and it does a lot of these kind of S-bend kind of banked churns, just kind of these swooping churns, and it just it's very well-rounded, and then it hits you with the airtime pops towards the end, and so it's just a very well-rounded coaster. I had a blast. That's probably, I think Windchaser is the most thrilling that they have here at the park. This is the most well-rounded, and I think the most entertaining. People were having a blast on this. It's got the longest line in the park, and it's really good. It's really good. I think, personally, I would go with Windchaser as number 1, and then this is number 2, but honestly, it's close. It's really close, but this is one of the better coasters that I've been on, period. It's really good. So if you make it out here to Kentucky Kingdom, you really got to check out Lightning Run. It's a lot of fun, and if you can see, there's a lot of construction stuff happening behind me. I believe this is going to be the site of the Vekoma family suspended looping coaster from rumor, but we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening over here. They did keep this Scoops. It's this random Scoops building, just kind of randomly out in the middle of the construction, so I would only assume that's going to end up becoming a station. I don't know, but yeah, there's nothing around it anymore, so we'll see, but this is A+. It's not a walk-on, longest line in the park, but I mean, I waited 1 train, so I'm gonna get back on it. Turns out that Kentucky Flyer is actually back on the other side, kind of tucked around the water park. That's why I thought it was up here, but you really have to go across and around, so that'll be the last credit of the night, but I'm gonna get on Lightning Run again because A+ work. Chance, get the Hot Wheels one open. That's much closer to home for me as compared to Kentucky Kingdom, so let's get that done. All right, let's go. All right, with the water park closed, it's kind of hard to get a good shot of Kentucky Flyer. Gravity Group coaster, I think that might be my first Gravity Group. I'm not sure, but I think it is. I do know that's the first time that I've ever been in that train style, that Timberliner. I thought it was kind of, the way that it kind of comes out over the side just felt very awkward, especially on someone that's bigger like me, and maybe it's because it's a junior style coaster, but it just really didn't, I mean, it kept me in obviously, but it just felt very awkward, and I didn't know what I was supposed to hold on to or not hold on to. It was just kind of an awkward, bulky train, kind of needlessly bulky and just a little awkward, but it was an okay ride. So yeah, I think as far as top coaster here, for me, it's gonna be Windchaser. I love RMC. I'm learning that I really like that manufacturer, and this was a really good one. A lot of fun. I was shocked how good Lightning Run was. I knew it was a good coaster, but I didn't realize how much I'd personally love it. I think it seems like it would have a broader audience or a broader appeal. No inversions, but very smooth. Some intense moments there, here and there, but just generally a very entertaining ride. So easy number 2, but very close to Windchaser. Number 3 is certainly going to be Woodland Run. Really enjoyed that ride. Kentucky Flyer is probably number 4 there. That was okay. And then Hollyhock and Roll, the junior kids coaster. I guess Kentucky Flyer is also a junior coaster, but those would be the bottom 2 for sure. So very impressed with this park. It's beautiful. The newer areas look really good. They've done a lot of kind of touching up, repainting, retheming here and there. So I'm very happy with, my experience here so far. I especially like the fact that it's quite quiet. That doesn't hurt. But I'm gonna check out the food and see what we've got on offer tonight here. Grab some food, get a drink, and then probably finish out the night doing some laps on Windchaser if I can. So come along, let's do that, and that'll be that for this park. So let's go. All right, grab some food. We have a brisket cheesesteak with some corn ribs, a pickle, mac and cheese, and a soda, and that came out to $22.24. So, I mean, not cheap, but not crazy. I wasn't expecting the two sides and the drink to be under 25, to be honest. It came with the two sides. So yeah, not too bad. I'm gonna give this a shot and let you know how it is. Okay, the cheesesteak itself, pretty good. Brisket is done well. The veggies are good too. Drop tower freaked me out. But mac and cheese, a little bland, and the cheese sauce is kind of a little too loose, a little too fluidy for my taste. And the corn has an odd pink hue to it, so I don't know what it was boiled in, but that's a little concerning. And again, could use some salt or pepper or butter or something, a little flavorless, but the cheesesteak is good. The cheesesteak is good, so yeah, not too bad. Ooh, pretzels! Pretzels! All right, so just made it back to the front of the park. I'm about to head out there just a couple minutes before close, but I do want a t-shirt, so we gotta go do that. But I just finished lapping Lightning Run. I have a total of 7 laps on that coaster tonight, and I have some thoughts. Things have changed, but before we get into all of it, I'm gonna go ahead and try to grab a shirt and maybe another drink or something to take with me on the road, and we will come back to this when I get to the Airbnb tonight. I'm headed from here up to Cincinnati for Kings Island tomorrow. We'll talk about it more, but let's recap when I get to the Airbnb and get settled. But right now I'm gonna get a t-shirt, something to drink for the road, and get in the car. So let's go. Hello, hi. This is the first time I've ever filmed a clip from an Airbnb, so hi. Just got out of the shower. It's a little after midnight, and I am now here in just outside of Mason, Ohio. I think it's like a 10-minute drive, 11-minute drive to Kings Island. So I'm here, had that nice long evening drive from Louisville up here, but made it. And Kentucky Kingdom, just wanted to recap, was a fantastic trip. I was thinking to myself, you know, that is a smaller park, but it is very well taken care of by the Hershend company. And they operate that place really well. Everything was on a single train, but I feel like ops were moving pretty quickly. What was that? Ops were moving pretty quickly, and so I had a great time. I was able to get 7 laps on Lightning Run, and that ended up being my number 1 at the park. I loved Windchaser, and I thought that was going to be an easy win, but Lightning Run was just like so surprising how good it was. Those pops of airtime at the end, those kind of banked curves that kind of S their way back towards the station. It's a short ride, but it is a sweet ride. It is very fun, very entertaining. I had a blast. It was the surprise win for sure of that park. So that was number 1. I got 7 laps on that. Got some night rides in, which were extra fun. And then number 2 will be Windchaser. Loved that ride. Loved that. That coaster was awesome. So easy number 2. I got 6 laps in on that. And then Wilderness Run will be my number 3. And I got 4 laps in on that. Night rides on that were extra fun. I got back row at night on a full train, and that thing moves pretty well. It moves pretty quickly. There's just that one, so there's that odd little airtime hill, I think is what it's meant to be, that doesn't really give much. And then the last bank churn back into the station did a little something to my back each time, so it's a little rough there towards the end, but overall not too bad. And then Kentucky Flyer, I got a single ride on that. That would be my number 4. And then Hollyhock and Roll, the Vekoma Kids Coaster, was obviously my last one. Number 5 out of 5, and I got 1 lap on that. So a pretty successful, trip to King's Dominion, Kentucky Kingdom, I'd say. And yeah, just a small park, but a mighty park. And the theming at the Discovery Meadow area is awesome. It's just such a step up. And it made me think like, oh man, I wish Elitch Gardens, my home park, had somebody like Hershen taking care of it in that way and putting some investment into what's there and getting the theming up, because that whole land was just a step above what you would see at like a Six Flags location. So I had a blast, but I'll let you go. Tomorrow we'll be headed to Kings Island. I selected that as my home park for my Prestige Pass for 2026. So I got everything registered online, but I'm gonna get there early just to make sure there isn't anything else I need to do. I uploaded my photo, but I should get premier parking. I should get the separate entrance, the Prestige Pass holder season pass entrance. Should get a half-hour early access to the park, but I just want to make sure that I have everything set up there. So I'm going to make sure I do that. And so the park opens at 10 with a 9:30 early start. So I'm going to try to get there around 8:30 just to kind of get my bearings, get in line. So I should probably get to bed. But yeah, join me for the next Coaster Pursuit, where we will be visiting Kings Island, a 2-day visit to Kings Island. I'm super excited. Thanks so much for coming along and checking out Kentucky Kingdom with me today, and we'll see you on the next Coaster Pursuit. Bye.